So, everywhere I turn right now, I'm seeing ads and apps to uh, repair your photos or your images because nobody takes a photograph anymore. We're taking images, but regardless, with AI. So, make your image or your picture perfect with AI. So, I'm an avid photographer. I have a Canon 5D and a small Nikon and a Sony and some, DJI equipment. And, I'm not a professional, but something I've been doing a long time. I started with Yashica 35 millimeter in 1984, and I've been at it for a while. And I'm proud of the pictures and images I generate that I take, and I'll crop, like zoom in and what have you, but I don't touch up my photos or my images. They are what they are. If I'm not happy with it, I discard it. In the old days meant destroying the negative, or now I just hit delete button and I move on. But if you take an image and it's not perfect and you have it edited with AI, is it an image that you took anymore? Is this a real image, or is it an AI generated image? At what point do we remove our artistic ability or prowess and just let the AI take over? At some point here, you got to wonder if it's even your image anymore, or if it belongs now to the app or the AI that touched it up. So I've looked at some of these AI generated images, and some of them are very good. But is it art? I'm not sure that it is. It's certainly not art from a human perspective. It's a computer generated image of CGI that's been generated by a very I don't know if I'd call it intelligent, but a very well taught, well versed program that probably is at a point where it's starting to learn how to make something that we find appealing as humans to look at. And it can do it over and over and over, make everyone of them identical, or make them exactly what you want them to be. Something that human art cannot do. Like, we do something and it turns out a certain way, and we're either happy with it or we're not. And if we try to reproduce it, it's not like a lab experiment where you can reproduce the same, if everything goes well, reproduce the same event over and over and over and it turn out identically. It's there's those little subtleties, those little idiosyncratic sort of blemishes or differences that make it special. Our eye, I think, does better looking at something that is very, very well done, very beautiful, but also not perfect. When we look at something we perceive to be perfect, I think it messes with your eye a little bit. Certainly from an artist, I mean, if anybody looks at a Picasso, I mean, this thing is not perfect. Not by any far stretch of the imagination. I guess it really depends on your idea of perfect. Some of them are really hard to look at. But, other people look at it and see something beautiful. And but at what point are these images no longer yours, no longer your art, no longer your creation? At what point do they become the property of the AI or the owner of the app or program that the AI is working within, the parameters that it's working within? So I don't know. Maybe I'm just old and look at this differently, but I don't think I like it. Not that it doesn't have its uses. I mean, I guess if you're producing some kind of Hollywood film and you're using a lot of CGI and this, that, I guess it has a. But if you're trying to produce art or you're trying to produce an image that is unique, that, you know, and it's like these apps now that the girls use, or maybe some guys too. I haven't seen too many guys use them, but the girls use to doctor their faces for, you know, their presence on the internet. What you're looking at is not real. It's not really that individual. And of course, a lot of the young people that I've talked to find it quite deceptive and are unhappy and surprised when they meet the individual and realize how different they are from the image that they presented online because of the application that they're using to doctor their images, and becomes disingenuous. So I think there's a certain point and that you can get to, and I'm not sure that we haven't reached it already, where, okay, and, you know, you've used this app, but it's not your creation anymore. You might have been the what started the process, and your image that you snapped or that you took of whatever scenery or face or article, that might have been yours, but now what it's become, because you've run it through the AI filter, I don't believe it's any longer, doesn't belong to you anymore. It's not your image anymore. It's not the image that you took. It's the image that the AI generated from where you started. And I think that if we want to get back to what's beautiful, we need to take, we have, you know, especially if you're looking at people's faces and people's bodies and landscapes and this and that, we have to understand that the beauty is, there's a little bit of bad with that good. Not everything is perfect, and that's okay. And we have to learn to be okay with that again and just go, okay, you know, this is an exceptional thing, but it's not perfect, but it's perfect the way it is. And people have to stop claiming ownership to something that they've done as being theirs that has been doctored by AI, because I don't believe that that's the case. And it's just my opinion. I'm sure there's plenty out there that'll disagree with me. But if it's not original to how you took it, and it's been doctored by AI, you know, and you haven't gone in with Photoshop and, you know, say maybe you had an old photo that had a crease in it, you removed a crease or something like that through some kind of program, which is acceptable if you're repairing something, I think. But if you're changing the overall appearance of the image through AI, it's not yours anymore, and I really don't think it's art. But let me know what you think. Cheers. Have a great day.